Okie dokie, boys and girls. So if you're watching this channel, I'm gonna assume that you don't only want to look strong, but also be strong, Leave your past self in the freaking dust, all that good stuff. Become stronger than ever before. And if you're doing that, I'm just gonna assume here that you're also quite passionate about it, right? And that you're training hard. And if you do that, sometime, someday, you're gonna be in a situation that you're fucking tired, right? Whether it be from training too hard, or you had some stuff going on in life, in studying, in work, whatever, and you're fucking tired because you didn't get any sleep. This is the perfect moment to get actually stronger. And it sounds a bit weird, right? Like, wouldn't you want to get stronger when you're actually in good shape? But it's kind of like the situation when you used to be a kid and your mom was kind of tired sitting in the couch and you took like a cookie or a candy out of the jar, and they wouldn't know this because it's just one fucking cookie or one candy. The volume doesn't change all that much. It's kind of the same, except now you can add cookies or candies to your jar. You can add a little bit of difficulty to your training, because if you're tired, if you're feeling sore, whatever, you're not going to do all like ball out fucking all out training, right? You're not gonna be doing any PRs or any big PRs, peak trainings, but you're gonna be training at baseline, waiting for recovery. And while you're at that state, you can up your baseline just a little bit, add a little bit of intensity to your baseline. If you're carrying a backpack of 5 kilos and you're adding half a kilo to it, you're not gonna notice. It's the same fucking backpack. And in the same way, you can train at your baseline, but improve your baseline just a little bit. And when you do that, you're not directly peaking into something. You're not immediately going to go to peak strength, but you are shortening the distance between your baseline and your previous peak, which it's going to make it easier to surpass that peak in the future. So in a sense, this is also like, if you're fucking tired, you should train anyway, because it's a very important period. You're allowing your body to recover while also getting a stronger baseline. And now, I guess some people will say like, what the fuck, you're not allowing your body to recover. I guess it's a mindset problem, right? If you think you're not gonna be able to recover because you add like one pull-up to a set, well, then that's your problem. But I feel like, if you can get this mindset of, what the hell, I'm making my baseline stronger, and you eat your food and you sleep right, your body's gonna adapt. It's just one fucking pull-up, it's just one push-up, whatever. It's not much. You're not adding a lot. You're just adding a little bit, like 5% or something, right? And at 5%, it's not gonna matter that much for your recovery, but it is gonna matter when you want to, build up your strength again, right? When you're not feeling tired anymore. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I have been doing a lot of front lever pull-up sets, like at 11 pull-ups, like for a couple months now, and that was kind of my baseline. But I feel like now that I'm tired, I'm gonna feel a bit heavy anyway. So I might as well feel a little bit more heavy, and I'm gonna basically up my baseline to 12 pull-ups, 5 sets of 12 pull-ups in the front lever. And that's just gonna be my new way of living. And someday I'm gonna adapt and I'm gonna be stronger than before. That's kind of what I'm aiming. So yeah, let's just do one quick warm-up set here. Let's see how it feels, because today I'm going into the workout kind of like as a feel-good volume day. I'm gonna put some good music on, not think too much of the training, and with that same mindset of, the training not being too much, too difficult, I'm just gonna do a little bit more and my body won't even notice. So let's see how it goes. Yep, pull-ups are feeling like pull-ups. I've got nothing to complain about. I'm gonna put some extra weight on my hips like I used to do, and then basically go for, not for broke, this is an easy training, but more difficult than my previous easy trainings. That's the point here. So 5 sets of 12. Let's go. 60 pull-ups in total. All right. Just doing some normal push-ups here. Push-ups, pull-ups. No, nothing too crazy. Normal grip, false grip. And this is to just trick my body, you know. It's just some light front lever pull-ups. Nothing wide, nothing non-false grip, nothing difficult, but a little bit more than last time. So I'm tricking my body, and before I know it, this will be my new baseline. Okie dokie, let's do some reps as clean as possible. I particularly have a problem on extending my arms all the way, so let's see. Oh fuck. Let's see how that goes in this set. Oh, this is difficult, but it's only gonna get easier. Next time though, not next set, but next time it's gonna get easier. Set number 5 coming up, and it's my favorite song. I really can't. I have listened to this so many times. Kingslayer from Bring Me the Horizon. I'm listening to the full album. It's insane. Let's go. Set number 5. Okay, so that was it for the pull-ups. And let's just say that the pull-ups were not science-based. But I don't care what I'm told. Pull-ups like these fucking destroy my back. I get it, right? There's a use for everything. And when you do like the science-based approach and you do like a stretch or like a hold at the top and you slowly go back down, sure you feel the muscles burning like specific areas, but for this my entire body is just screaming. So you know, when I have the energy, and to be honest I didn't have a lot of energy today, but I felt like hoisting, you know, like doing this, your entire body is just screaming. And it's kind of like people saying, oh, you don't need deadlifts or bench to grow muscle. Well, you don't need to, but it's a damn good approach. And I think it's the same for this one as well. Like spamming the fucking pull-ups, destroying your entire back, it's gonna give you some good gains. So that's why I love doing it. It was not supposed to happen, you know. It was supposed to feel a bit easier, but nonetheless, when you get into a training expecting a certain difficulty, and then it turns out to be more difficult than you expect, it's kind of difficult to quit, right? Like when you're on set number 2 or 3 and it's already feeling hard, and you've got more sets to go, and it was supposed to be an easy training. Yeah, good luck telling yourself that you should hold yourself back. I mean, if you can, good on you, but for me, most of the time I just go through with it anyway, because if I was stupid enough to think of it, right, then I probably have enough energy to do it as well. And even though today, you know, it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be, I still did 60 front lever pull-ups, and it's only going to get easier from here. You know, when I am fully recovered from that run, when I am fully back into shape, holy shit, I really can't wait. But anyway, now I think I'm gonna do one more set. You know, I did some pull-ups now, but as you know, I am training for the hold, front lever hold, which is straight arm work. So while these pull-ups give me a strong base, you know, I also need some work in the straight arm stuff. So I'm gonna do one set of a front lever hold, unassisted, but I'm gonna drop down back to like a kinda tuck front lever superset, or drop sit I should say, to extend my hold, because I feel like I still like I'm not gonna do 45 seconds sits maybe, but like holding the front lever without any assistance, even though I'm tired already, it's gonna do me good, right? Because I've been doing a lot of long sits with like assistance. But to get even more specific, I feel like I need some other stuff as well. Basically, when you are training for like a specific goal, you want to do training as close to that goal as possible. So if you're training for, like me, a long front lever hold, well, you're gonna need to do long sits. But also, like if you're doing longer sits and you do it assisted, well, the assisted part is also not close to your actual goal. So then you can mix things up and do some sits, well, long and assisted, but also like unassisted and maybe a bit less long, but still going quite close to your max. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Just the finishing of the training with a hold. Let's go. Yeah, by the way, if you're wondering why I use the gloves, it's basically I put the gloves on the bar to prevent from slipping. It's like chalk, but I don't have to clean it up. And let's just say it's a way to do it, but it's not healthy if you care about your skin routine or something. So, I mean, everything has its up and downsides. This is easy. I don't have to clean anything, but my skin just gets torn apart. So, you make your choices. I make this one. And yeah, let's go on to a final front lever sit. Right, quick rest pause, and then we'll finish off with a front lever press. Alright, that's it. Okay, so I went a little bit harder than I was intending to, but boy, it was worth it. Alright, yeah, these fucking back pumps never disappoint, and tricep pumps as well, I got a comment mentioning this, but the front lever is not only the back muscle, it's also, of course, rear delt, but triceps too, And I never really mentioned this straight away or directly, but that is accurate as accurate can be. I don't do a lot of dips. I don't do a lot of pull-ups or chin-ups. Yet my biceps and my triceps, they're there, Perhaps they're not the biggest, but they're visible at least, That's because I do the front lever in the planche. In the planche, you train your biceps along with your shoulders. In the front lever, a whole lot of pressure is on your triceps as well, especially if you're in the straight arm position, putting pressure onto the fucking bar, trying to hold yourself horizontally. Like you can pull, oh, I guess this is a good way. Put your arm straight, your wrist on your knee, pull down, right? Push down, and you will feel your tricep activate. That's not only your lat, your tricep is helping as well. And if you're not used to it, you will feel it, not through fucking feeling the muscle, but in soreness the next day, You can be sure about that. But anyway, yeah, that's it for today's training. The last set was 20 seconds of normal front lever hold, which was not my maximum, but followed by 30 seconds of tuck hold, and then quick wrist pause and some presses, just to get the endurance going. I feel like doing these kind of sets will also be valuable. Longer sets without any assistance, even though the progression is different. It's still something close to my actual goal, which is the front lever for 45 seconds. Basically, when you have a goal, right, and you're struggling to get there, don't just use one way to get to your goal, right? It's kind of like when you're in a game and you're trying to level up your stats. The more you level up your stats, the more experience points it takes to, get those stats up, whatever. It's also like, I guess in Pokemon, you have your 6 Pokemon team, and you can, use one Pokemon to train it all the way, right? But then as time goes on, it will be more difficult to level that Pokemon because it takes more and more experience. But you can also level your Pokemon kind of similarly, at the same time, and then it's easier to level all of them. And it's kind of like in training the same. If you're going towards your goal, the Elite Four, in Pokemon, or the gym leader, you can take all these different parameters, all these different ways of training, level them up bit by bit, and eventually, you will have built a foundation that will get you to your goal in the end, which, that's what it's all about, right? But, well, I guess it's not all about the goal. It's also about the journey towards the goal. But anyway, yeah, very happy with the training today, and the baseline has been improved. It might not have been as easy as I wanted it to be, but damn sure next time I will be doing 5 sets of 12 pull-ups again and again and again, and eventually it's gonna be easy. I'm gonna be doing wide pull-ups, I'm gonna be doing weighted pull-ups, weight on my feet, I'm gonna be doing non-false grip pull-ups, just like I was doing with 11 pull-ups, right? And that's, again, then I will have gotten stronger. Perhaps the baseline will move again. We will see. I guess that's for a long time in the future. But now I'm just gonna have a shower, have some breakfast, and yeah, recover for tomorrow. Because tomorrow we have another chance to improve the baseline. So if you're feeling weak right now, don't sweat it. Take it as an opportunity to improve your baseline, and you will become a bigger, better, stronger specimen than ever before. So I'll see you tomorrow.